and you can save it as a periodic journal. So how can we do that? We can see now. Okay. So I'm going to journals. You see in general ledger, journal entries and journals directly. It takes a while to load actually, since it's the first journal we are going to post. So it's loaded. I'll create a new journal. I'll select this journal name as general journal. Then I'll go to lines here. Apologies, I could have given the description here in the header level, like periodic journal, something like this. I'm sorry, like payroll expenses, something like that. Okay. Then I'll go for lines. So coming here to lines, I'll generally take the payroll expenses account if at all I have one. Let me see if I have. So I think I don't have payroll expenses. I'll take miscellaneous expenses in place of payroll expenses. Okay, for now. So I'll take Hyderabad account here. I'll give payroll expenses as something like some 50,000 per month. Then I'll take the offset account as cash account to pay those payroll expenses. Okay, I select Hyderabad location, automatically get selected. So I'm not entering any description for line level. For header I gave already. So I'll create one more line, select the same miscellaneous expense account. As this time I'll select Bangalore rather than Hyderabad. Bangalore. Go for something like 75,000. Okay. And I'll select the cash account. So this is how normally we create a journal and post the journals, right? In journal. So before posting, we can also use the same template as for save journal of as a periodic journal. You can save it as a periodic journal. Suppose assume that this payroll is for 1st of August. I'm changing the dates here for the lines as 1st of August. Okay. So we all have this option in periodic journals here to save journal. You can see here. You can save this journal if you want. So I'll click on this option, save journal. If I click here, it asks me either I can save these lines into an existing journal. We have an existing journal called rent monthly. In that, yesterday we moved all lines, right? So what it will does is if I select this and if I select OK, what it does is it will directly move these lines into this journal, this old journal or existing journal, already existing periodic journal or periodic journal template, which we have created yesterday. But I want to create a new journal. So in that case, what I'll do is I'll select a journal name here, create journal. I don't save it in the existing journal. I'll leave the existing journal part and I'll create a new periodic journal template. So I can save these two lines as a new periodic journal template by selecting the journal name here. So the journal we have created for our periodic purpose is periodic journal. I can see it here. You can select it and the name here you can see this name is taken from the description directly from the header level of the journal that we have created, payroll expenses. From there, it took automatically. Now, if I click OK, it would actually save the journal as a periodic journal. So it is saying that operation is completed, which means it would have already saved it. So I'll duplicate this tab. I'll take you to periodic journals page. 1 second. So I'll go to general ledger. I'll go to periodic journals again. So under periodic journals, I see another journal is created as payroll expenses automatically. Go for lines. In lines also you can see the same created starting from 1st of August. Journal names it took actually, it doesn't take the journal names from periodic journal voucher. It automatically copies the same journal voucher numbers from here. The voucher, it copies from the same journal, but it does not use the same vouchers once again. It is just a copy, that's all. Whenever you retrieve it, it will take another voucher number, the then voucher number that is, and that has to be generated next according to the number sequence that we have given or the voucher series that we have given to the journal. From there it will take, but it will not take this number anyway. So it generally gives the voucher number here, which is copied from this number directly, 1718. Then I'll get the same accounts here, the miscellaneous expense accounts as well as the dimension values, the same amounts, the same offset account, corresponding offset account. And then the one thing that I have to do is I have to give the units and number of units here at this place, these two. So when it will be repeated, you have to give that units and number of units. So you can say months, number of units as 1. So since we already created a journal for 1st of August, we can change the dates to 1st of September. So that 1st of August will already post now, right? We have already have it from next month. This will be retrieved or this will be generated. System will understand that from starting from 1st of September, the same template is will be used on monthly basis every month once. So this is another way of creating periodic journal. So we can normally create a journal and we can click on period journal and save that journal template. So once you save it, it will automatically come here into this place in payroll expenses. Now I'll do something else. Just look in here. I'm creating this one. So I will also create one more line. So I'll click on new here. I'll create one more line with the same miscellaneous expense in journals page. So this time, this is for Chennai location. Okay. So I'm adding it as 40,000 and I'm giving the same ledger cash account here. So I just added another voucher number 19 to the journal here. So this time what I'll do is I'll add this same to the existing journal. So we left over that feature, right? That functionality, we'll see that to do as well. So I'll go for period journal now. Click on save journal. This time I want to save it to an existing journal rather than creating a new journal. So I'll go for an existing journal, which is payroll expenses, which is already there. I'll select it here and I'll click on OK. Let's see what happens in the period journal here. Go back to period journal, refresh this form, go to lines and check those 3 lines are once again added to this template. So all the lines dated for 1st of August are again, again added to this same existing template. So I could have removed this previously from this template. These 2 lines which were given for the 1st of September, and I could have resaved it or lines once again into this. So anytime when you want to modify anything in this periodic journal, normally you can come here and change it. Sometimes what happens is I'll again show you. I'll remove all these lines from here, from period journal. Okay. Assume that I have retrieved all the lines or moved all the lines from here. I don't have any lines. I moved them rather than copying them. Yesterday we have seen that option, and all of them are here for first. Supposed to be changed or some alterations to be done in the amounts actually. So every month some amounts will change, right? So from later part, I don't want to use the same amount that is already in the periodic journals. I want to give a updated amounts. So that is why what I'll do is I'll move all the lines from there to here. Then I'll make adjustments in the amounts like this. Then I'll save the template once again into the same journal. So that journal is empty now. So now what I'll do is I'll save it and I'll go for payroll expenses once again. Select this one and refresh this. I'll see them copied here. Updated amounts 80, 45, 50. And again, we have to give this units and number of units. So that's a small thing you can give it. So this is another way of creating periodic journal templates. So you can either do it manually by going through periodic journals, or you can also do it in this another way by going to journals. You can copy the same lines you have created in the journals to as a periodic journal, and it works according to the dates that you give here, the date here and the units and unit number of units. So now I have two periodic journals. In rent, I don't have anything because yesterday I moved all the lines from rent. I don't have any in rent now. So it is an empty one, or I have an empty voucher, if you can see here. Whereas it comes to payroll, I just moved three lines here. I mean, copied, saved three lines from journal to this periodic journal, so I can see them here. Clear, guys? Any confusion in this part? Anyone? Bala, my so is you? Are you? You're not talking today.
I did not. I mean, the entire thing. So after I practice, actually, I might be getting some doubts. So as of now,
Like,
this is somewhat confusing for
okay,
me. But once I'm done with the existing early previous class, maybe I may be able to read what you're telling now.
no problem.
Sir, one more we can create now, sir.
Shiva, right?
Periodical. Yes. Just
So one more from journal. You mean from journal? I want to save one more to the
yes, yes.
periodic journals. Okay, I'll do that. So in this rent expenses one, actually I don't have anything, right? So it is empty. This one also I'll delete. Assume that it is empty now. Okay, now I'll create a journal again for rent expenses, and I'll save those lines into the empty periodic journal that I have. Okay, I'll just create a new journal in the general journals. Okay, I'll select the journal name, then go to lines. I'll give a account, rent expense account here. The journals. Hyderabad rent. So rent amount of $50,000. Offset account is cash account. So I'm giving only one line, okay? Not adding more lines. So now I want to save this template to the existing rent expenses or the existing rent expenses template, periodic journal template that I already have. So what is the way how I can save it? Can anybody guide from here?
Periodic journal.
Okay, click on period journal.
Save
Then,
journal.
okay, click on save journal. Next.
Select existing journal.
Okay, I want to save it into the existing journal, right? So I'll select one of the existing journals. So which one?
Existing journal. Rent monthly.
Okay, I'll select rent monthly here.
And
Then I'll
OK.
click on OK. So then system will run the process on the screen. So once it is done, I'll get a message here called as operation completed. I'll go back to rent monthly here, refresh this page. Okay. So this is in a duplicate tab, periodic journals page, this one. Okay. I'll go to lines. I can see that line is copied with same today's date, that voucher number, actually the date, I mean the account, the amount and the offset account, as well as the currency, everything is copied. Then you can give the units as months and one, if you, however you want, you can give. Okay. Then you can change it back to 1st of August, or you can change it back to next month, 1st of September. So that from 1st of September, this will be effective, or you can again recreate it or retrieve it to post it later. So this is the way. Clear? Any confusion again? Anyone? So
Yes, sir.
it okay. So this generally is
Sir,
not used in business. Shiva, please.
sir, if you save that this month payment, if you want to save it in this month only, in another month also, we can save it that also, sir, at a time.
Actually, for this month I have already created, right? I'll post this one.
Yes, sir.
So now we are liable to post it. I mean, or we will post it from the next month, starting from next
Yeah.
month. So I change the date here as next month. If I don't change it, or if I give it as August month, this time when I retrieve it for the month of September, it will bring two lines. It will bring
Yeah.
two lines for August month as well as September month. So that would be
Yes.
wrong again, right? You already paid the rent of August. So that is why I'm changing the date back to September. So system
Okay.
doesn't know that if you paid or not. And whatever the date you have here, according to that, it will perform or it will retrieve.
Okay.
So in any case, if
Okay.
we do it erroneously, I mean, two entries get posted, we can just remove the one which is not required, isn't it?
Of
We
course, you
can
will
reverse
have
it.
idea, right? If you have paid them last month's rent or
Yeah.
not. If you retrieve it, it will bring two lines. So you can delete one line there in the journal and you can
Yeah.
post other one. Okay. But, and if you forget and post the other one as well, then you have to reverse it again. That's all. So, so this is with periodic journals. So mostly in interviews, they will ask you what is the concept of periodic journals, why periodic journals are used, or some people may interestingly ask how can we create a periodic journal or process of periodic journal. Very rarely ask, they'll ask, but this is one important concept to know. In normally in business, mostly they don't use, but sometimes for payroll journals they might use it because there will be 100 and five more lines, right? So for that they will bring all the 100 lines at a time. Then they will alter the amounts according to the number of working days of the employees and the salary has to be credited. So everything they will change and then they will post it. Payroll expenses or something like month rent, I mean rent expenses, something like that. So if this part is clear, we will discuss about one of the most important part, which will be definitely asked in interview. So this, I mean, business they don't use it at all, but in interviews they will definitely ask this question: allocations. So we'll discuss this part, this topic, new topic actually. According to the course content, we have to discuss accruals. The accruals will discuss in the next. Accrual schemes is a little complicated. We'll discuss it in the next part. So we'll discuss this one, ledger allocations first. Topic number 15. Okay. Ledger allocations is the new topic. Does anybody have any idea what is an allocation? Or in basically in terms of English, what is an allocation?
The
It's like,
distribution.
One by one. Sushila.
Yeah, allocation means distribution. Allocate
Allocation.
something.
Okay, allocation means distribution. Okay, it is right. So how
earmarking.
can we relate? How can we relate this term to accounting?
allocating like a common group of ledgers or like whatever, depending upon the requirement. I'm not sure.
Hmm. Okay, anybody else? Any other meaning, or how can we relate this term allocation to accounting? Or
Reserving.
I mean, segregating the expenses into different main accounts. For example, segregating the cost to overheads.
okay, that's one concept as well. So other than that, there is an
Location means
exactly who said that? It was Shiva, right?
yes, sir.
So location wise or department wise, if we segregate something or if we allocate
Yes, sir.
something, so
If you one place to
that's
another location, if you provide as an allocations, which causes like if you're in Hyderabad to Bangalore, there is difference of to the expenses which you what they're legally doing, right, sir?
okay. Yeah, I got your point. Yes, it is the same. I'll explain you with an example. Suppose I am giving gifts to my employees. So I am incurring, or the company is incurring gift expenses. Okay, I'm in the perspective of company. I'm saying this company is spending some gift expenses for giving some gifts to employees on some occasion of anniversary or something. Okay, we have 4 locations for our company. We have Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, and Mumbai, right? Chennai and Mumbai, 4 locations. So at this point, how much I am spending on these gift expenses to each department source to each location, I don't know. So I don't have any idea about how much expenses that I am giving or for each location today. So I just give how much ever they want. Later, I'll collect all the bills and see how much I have expended for each location. Suppose today I gave totally of 5 lakhs to all these 4 locations, or else I assume that I gave 4 lakhs. Okay, I gave 4 lakhs amount as gift expenses to all these locations. Later, after few days, when everything got cleared, everybody received their gifts. I got to understand how much each location has expended. So out of this 4 lakhs, Hyderabad expended 1 lakh, Bangalore expended 1.5 lakh, Chennai expended 50,000, and Mumbai expended the remaining 1 lakh. So like that, they have expended it. So initially, the entry that I have recorded in the books is that gift expenses is debited and cash account is created. I did not link any location here. You can see gift expenses is directly debited without any location combination. So I generally paid for gift expenses without tagging any location for total amount of 4 lakhs. Okay, just assume that it is 4 lakhs. Cash account also created with 4 lakhs. But later after few days, I got the correct ratio of how that 4 lakhs is being expended by each location. So now I want to divide this one. I want to divide this 4 lakhs into for each location wise. So how can I do that? Normally, how can I do that? Anybody have any idea how can I do that? So what until what we have discussed now, leave this ledger allocations part. So usually if I have to divide this 4 lakhs from the main account without any combination of allocation to, I want to divide it to each location wise. Like I'll just take it down. Okay. Here I want to
Allocation account.
same like gift expenses plus Hyderabad combination plus Hyderabad 1 lakh gift expense plus Bangalore 1.5 lakh 1.5 lakh. So how can I do this?
I mean, Hyderabad gift expense debit to gift expense credit. I mean, the one which we have initially debited.
Exactly. So this one, once what we have debited previously, we will credit this 4 lakhs and then we will separately write another account gift expenses plus Hyderabad location as 1 lakh, gift expenses plus Bangalore location as 1.5 lakh. So all these will be debited. gift expenses plus Chennai for 50,000. Okay, so I'll just give the number here, 50,000, and gift expenses for plus Mumbai 50,000. What? How much is remained? 1 lakh, right? So 1 lakh again. So I want to divide it in this way. Everything has to be debited. So already gift expenses is debited with 4 lakhs. So if I enter this once again, this entry, it will be a double entry. Here gift expenses is debited, cash account is created already. If I enter this and if I enter cash account once again as credit, then it will be a double entry or double impact of accounting. It will show double impact of accounting. But I want take clear one accounting only. Then what I will do is I'll credit this account. The gift expenses which is having without any location value as a tag will be credited, which means it will be reversed. This 4 lakhs will be reversed and this gift expenses account will now become zero. It will become zero once it is credited. Then I will post these entries as debit. Gift expense plus Hyderabad location, gift expense plus Bangalore location, gift expense plus Chennai and Mumbai. I'll post 4 lines separately debiting the same 4 lakhs. So if at all we have to credit this 4 lakhs, we also have to debit this 4 lakhs, right? So I will use the same account, but this time with location value tagged, so that I can allocate the same 4 lakhs each location wise. So next time when I have to track this or prepare any report of how much gift expense I have paid to each location, I can clearly understand. Without posting the entry, I can't remember, right? Merely with an idea, I can't remember. If at all we book it or if we account it, then only we can understand, or the accountant or someone who wants the report can clearly understand that this much is paid to each location. So for that, I have to post this entry. So if you have to do it manually, you can do it like this. I mean, you can credit this one and you can debit all this. But for doing the same process, we have this process called as ledger allocations. So we will learn this ledger allocations process and how can we use ledger allocation process to allocate the already posted expenses to different locations or different location wise or department wise or maybe according to any other financial dimension wise. That is the whole concept of ledger allocations. So is this example clear, or do you want me to repeat once again with any other example? Sairam Shankar.
చెప్పి
Is it clear?
క్లియర్.
Okay. Bala, Shiva.
ఫంక్షన్స్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని మనం చేస్తాం కదా, అది బిఫోర్ పోస్టింగ్ కదా.
ఫంక్షన్స్ యూస్ చేసుకొని అది బ్రేక్ డౌన్ ఆఫ్ వోచర్. బ్రేక్ డౌన్ ఆఫ్ వోచర్ ఎప్పుడు మనం జర్నల్ పోస్ట్ చేయకముందు, కానీ మనం జర్నల్ పోస్ట్ చేసేస్తాం ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ. చేసిన తర్వాత లేట్లీ ఆఫ్టర్ ఏ మంత్ ఆర్ after some days I'll get to know that how much it is being allocated. So according to that, I want to allocate the already posted transaction.
Okay.
So then I'll use this. So breakdown of voucher is used only before. When you know it, you can directly break down or allocate the amounts there itself in the breakdown of voucher. But when it comes to already posted transactions, I have to use this ledger allocation process.
Okay.
Okay. So Saideep, Naveen, is it clear?
Yes, JP.
Okay. Right. So be with the same understanding that ledger allocations are used or allocation methods are used to allocate the balances between, the dimension values. So actually I can give you the example. Are used to allocate the balances of posted balances of accounts in between other ledger accounts or financial dimension values. Okay. Allocate the posted balances of accounts in between other accounts or financial dimension values. Actually, you can use other account also to transfer the balances. Actually, if you want to cancel this gift expenses of 4 lakhs, you can use the gift expense of 4 lakhs for reversing, and you can use other account here other than gift expenses to allocate. So that also we can see. Okay, we can do either we can allocate the balances in between the dimension values, as well as I can allocate the balance, or I can transfer the balance to other account also using ledger allocations. So in the process of allocations, we will also see that example as well. How can we transfer the amount to one account to other account? Okay. So under ledger allocations, I have 4 methods. One method is called equally method. Another one I have is fixed percentage method, weight method, and basis method. I have 4 methods in ledger allocations. So by the term equally, we can understand that what it does, it will equally divide the amount between whatever the selection or criteria we select. Suppose if at all here in the gift expenses, I have 4 locations. I have 4 lakhs amount, right? So this 4 lakhs will be allocated between the dimension values or these locations equally. Equally means 1 lakh each for each location. So that is how equally works. Fixed percentage means we will give a percentage amount, how much each location have taken, how much percentage each location has taken out of this 4 lakhs. Hyderabad took 50%, Bangalore took 20%, Chennai took 30%. Like that, total 100% we will divide, or we will give a fixed percentage amount. So we, according to that percentage, this 4 lakhs will be divided or allocated to the each location wise. Coming to fixed weight, we will give the fixed weight itself. So fixed weight in the sense we have given it here, right? So this one, this is fixed weight, 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh, 50,000. So direct amount we are giving other than percentage. So the total 4 lakhs we are giving here as this separate amounts, how much each location is taking, or how much each location has to be allocated with. So this is called fixed weight. So basis is having a separate method or separate meaning or separate process. We will discuss that later after discussing these 3. Okay, so these are the 4 methods. In interview, they will ask you what is ledger allocations, what are the different methods we have in ledger allocation, how each method works. Mostly they will stress on basis method. So we will discuss about basis method later actually after discussing these 3, or at least we'll discuss 2 and I'll give one for your practice, this one. So we will see that basis method in the next class. So clear, right? What I have explained until here for these 3. All of you?
Yes, clear, bro.
Yes.
Okay. Then now we will see how we can create ledger allocations, or what are the different steps we have in ledger allocations, how we can apply the same to a already posted journal, and how we can allocate the balances between the locations and all. Okay, let's do that. So I'm saving this template, going here, sorry, in this. So in ledger allocations, actually to create allocations, I'm going to general ledger. In general ledger, I have this menu, allocations, general ledger allocations. Okay, I have to come in this way, starting from ledger allocation rules, process allocation request is the second step. Third one is allocation journals. I have 3 steps. So totally I have 5 steps actually. So this is for basis method. So we are not using basis method, right? For basis method, we have an additional step. So I only have 3 steps for all the remaining methods. I'll start with ledger allocation rules. So I'll go for process allocation request second step, and this is the third step. Okay. So before we go into these allocations, we have to create a journal name called as allocation journal. So the same like we have created a journal name called periodic journal yesterday for periodic journals. For allocations also, we have to create a journal name called as allocation journal. So how do we create a journal name in Dynamics? Anyone?
Journal setup under
Journal setup,
name.
Okay, general ledger, journal setup,
journal
and
setup,
journal names.
journal name.
So I'll go to journal names. We have 3 journals here. we have created. So I'll create one more journal. I'll click on new. I'll give this name as allocation journal. Okay, I'll just give it as allocation journal. So the journal type. So if I drop down, I can see the first journal type according to the alphabetical order is allocation only. See this allocation. So I will select the journal type as allocation. So what else I have to fill in this journal names page?
Voucher.
Voucher series. Exactly. Voucher series is a compulsory thing to be filled in. I'll just copy this name. Okay. And I'll go to voucher series. I'll right click here on the arrow mark. Go to view details. Create a new voucher series for the purpose of allocation. I'll give the same name here. Allocation journal. Next.
Not sure.
Scope will be
Company.
company.
Scope will be company.
Okay, scope will be company. Saram,
Huh.
please go ahead.
Company is MRF.
Okay. RF.
Value we
And
can
Down. I have
we
to
can
go to segments.
depends.
next, remove the company. I don't want my
Remove the
company
company.
name to be displayed in the voucher name, so I'll remove it.
Remove.
Here I'll give the
And we can give
same
constant.
constant value as allocation journal. Okay. I
Location.
give
And numbers to 6.
a short name. I only want 6 digits, so I'm removing it. If I want 9, I can continue with it. Okay. Then I'll come down here.
Down.
I'll remove the 3 digits here also,
3
and
digits.
the largest number will be 6 nines. And I'll go for continuous, and I'll save this. So this journal name I'll copy from here. No, I mean, sorry, the number sequence code I copy. Go back and let's send the same here. So it will automatically pick the same. I can see it. Sorry, it is saying unable to find, but we have it already here. Allocation journal. Right.
So why that
Saved.
error is displayed? Because I have also sometimes experienced it.
It if the saving is slow, or if that data saving into the
Acha.
tables is slow, sometimes you will get that warning. It says that it could not find, but lately it have recognized that number sequence that we have created. Okay. Create a journal name. Journal. Okay. Next step. So see, we were discussing this example previously that we will divide a posted journal. So to divide that, we should have the journal, right? It should be posted. So let's post a journal for one of the expense account, like the same. Let's use an account without selecting any dimension values. I'll post some lot amount like 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs or something like that with the cash account. And later we will use that same journal that we have posted for the purpose of allocation. Okay, so let me post this journal. Let me check the account which we did not use or which is having the balance 0, so that it would be appropriate for the explanation. So I'm going to trial balance actually to check that account, or I could create a new account also. So let's calculate balances to check the balances in the account. So I will select the account that we did not use. So actually it's not showing up also. Electricity, rent, travel, everything we used. So let me go to main accounts directly. Accounts and main accounts. Which expense account we did not use? Salary expenses, right? 5 lakh 1. Did we use this? Salary expenses. Trial balance. Calculate the so balance in place of gift expenses here. I'm using salary expense. In order to create a journal, I'll go to journals here. You can see here. So I'll go to new, select a journal name, go to lines. Here I'll go for the account. So account number is 5,01,000 salary expenses account. So I am paying salary expenses of all the locations at a time for the one particular month. Suppose I'm paying it for 1st of August. I'm paying the August month salaries to all the locations. Later, I'll give the percentage, how much each location have expended and everything I'll give. Okay. So actually it's not salary expenses, they'll pay it according to the number of working days and all, but there will be some rough expenses like gift expenses only, as I told you. In that case, mostly you don't have any idea how much each location will use. So let me create an account then quickly. That would be great or better. So I'm here in the main accounts. I'll create an expense account like gift expenses. So I'll give this account as 5,07,000. Okay, I'll use the same account in gift expenses. So it is a expense account. I'll save it. Main account type is expense. 5,07,000 is the account number. So now I'll give the same account number 5,07,000. Gift expenses account I have selected. I'm not selecting any location. I'm directly paying the gift expenses to all the locations at a time. So the total amount I'm paying is 4 lakhs according to the same example that I have taken here. 4 lakhs is debited for gift expenses. So in order to complete the entry, what I have to do here? What else is pending in this?
Offset account.
Offset account.
Offset account has to be selected. I'll select the cash account to pay the expenses. Okay, I'll save this journal. So the one thing that you have to observe here is I am selecting a account which is not having any dimension value in the combination. So I'm paying it for the whole locations as an example. So I can write a description here the same way. Expenses to all locations, right? Then I'll validate this to check if there are any errors. There won't be any errors. There aren't any. It is good. Then I can post this. So now I posted this journal on 1st of August. So I assume that I posted it on 1st of August itself. Okay. Today on 11th of August, I got to know that how much each location have expended. So I got an information that each location has expended equally, or it's allocated. I mean, all the locations have taken it equally, like 1 lakh each. So let us use this equally method or configure the equally method to divide the same amount that we have posted, the 4 lakhs in between the locations. I mean, in between the locations, how we can do that, we'll see it. So for that, I'm going to the second step. So the second step here is ledger allocation rules here, and in general ledger allocations, I have to create a ledger allocation rule. Okay, I'll write down here. Second step is ledger allocation rule. So I'll go and create a ledger allocation rule here. So write down the navigation, general ledger allocations and ledger allocation rule. Click on ledger allocation rules. So it is empty here. I don't have any ledger allocation rules yet. I'll create one. Click on new here. So it takes MRF001. This is taken from number sequences in the general ledger parameters. This is the default number sequence format. Company name and 6 digits is the default number sequence format. If you want to change this format, you can go to general ledger number sequences. I mean, general ledger parameters, number sequences, and you can change it for ledger allocation rule number sequence. Okay, so let it be the same MRF001. So I'm giving the description here. Gift expenses allocation equally. Okay, I just gave the description name, gift expenses allocation equally. Then once I create this number automatically takes up, I'll give the description. Then I can give an effective date and expiration date for this rule. So once after this expiration date, this rule can be no more used or no more effective. If I don't give any dates, I can use it anytime I want. Okay, so I'm not giving any effective date or start date or end date for this rule. I am leaving it over. I am activating this rule. So this activation part is really important. This rule should be active in order to be used. If you have to use it, you have to make it active. So I have activated this one. So is it clear until here how to create a ledger allocation rule? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay. If it is clear until here, then there are few things we have to give in this one. So I can see this one general here. Beside overview, I see general. So I'll select this one, click on general. So if I click on general, I can see the same details here. The rule name, the rule description, effective date and expiration date, which we don't need, and active. It is active actually. Whether we have given tick mark, right? So it will automatically make it active inside. So this is not an intercompany rule. We are not using intercompany. We did not discuss about intercompany yet. So I am leaving this like this. Intercompany is no. Then the most important thing is this one. You have to select the allocation method. So you see you have 4 allocation methods: basis, fixed percentage, fixed weight, and equally. Okay, I'll select this method for now, equally method. Okay, the next thing you have to select is this one, journal name. So select a journal name. We have created one journal, right, for the same purpose as allocation journal. I can see the same journal here. So if at all I give journal type as allocation, then only I can see those journals here. If any number of journals, if I create with journal type as allocation, I can see all of them here. But we have created only one journal with the journal type allocation, and I can see the same here. I'll select that journal. Okay, there is nothing else to select here in the source and destination. Actually, source and destination we will select here. Okay. So is it clear until here? Selection of the method and the selection of the journal name. Sairam, Sushila, Vamsi.
Yeah, actually, while posting
Yes.
the journal, we can't see allocation journal in that in there, right?
No, we can't see there. We
Okay.
only see it
As
here.
like periodic journal.
The same way like periodic journal.
Okay.
So there we can only see the journals that are created by the journal type daily in the journal.
Yeah. Then for periodic, we will give up as period. So
Yeah.
we can't see there.
In the same way, for different purposes, we have different journal types. We'll
Okay.
create journals for this different purposes, for customer payment, for vendor payment, for invoicing. We'll do different journals and we'll give different journal types so that those journals are only used in certain places or those specific places.
Okay.
Okay. So here we have given the journal type as allocation because this has to be used here in the allocation journals only. So that's why I created this one. So then I have this option of source and destination. So I have to give the source and destination. So what is source and what is destination? Source means from where I have to take the data. Destination means how I want to allocate the data or into which accounts or which dimension values I want to allocate the data. So from where we have to take the data as a source. So for us, the source is here is in our example, the source is the gift expense entry that we posted. The 4 lakhs entry that we posted, gift expenses debited, cash account created, right? So gift expense is our source account. So that is the only source we have. That 4 lakhs we will allocate into dimension values. So source is gift expenses. So I'll click here on source. I'll add new. I have this criteria to select main account or dimension actually. We'll discuss this part of dimension later. First, I'll discuss about main account. Okay, I select this main account. Then source criteria, I'll select as a main account. So which account I can select here? So gift expenses, right? This is our source account. To this account only we have posted the amount of 4 lakhs. So I have selected that gift expense account. So I'll save this. So whereas it comes to destination, destination means to which destination or to which place I have to allocate the balances. So I have to allocate the balances into the gift expense account only, but along with the dimension values tagged to them. So that is my destination, right? So here coming to this example, this is our source entry, the one that we have posted previously. So this is our destination. I want my destination or entries to be in this way. Gift expenses account plus Hyderabad location, gift expense account plus Bangalore location, like this I want. So this is my source from which I am taking the data. This is my destination into which I have to post my data. That taken data from the source has to be posted into a way. So this is my destination way. So now I will design my destination as well. Clear guys, what is source and what is destination? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I'll go for destination. I can either click on destination here or I can again go back and click it here. Anywhere I can go. I can go to source, first give a source, then click on destination, or I can give source and come back and also click on destination. It will take me to the same page. Here the destination is empty. So I have to guide system how to allocate or how it has to take the destinations. So I'll click new. So here I can see it is asking me to select which account and which financial dimension value. So here you can select a different account also. If you want to transfer the gift expenses to a different account, you can select different account here. But according to my scenario, I want to transfer the gift expenses to the gift expense account only, but in the combination of a dimension value. So I'll select the same gift expense account here as gift expenses. And location, right? I want to divide it in the basis of location like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai and Mumbai. So I'll select the location. Hyderabad location. Here I can't see anything like percentage or amount or anything because we have selected equally method. So how much our destinations we give, that 4 lakhs will be divided on according to that 4 locations equally. So if I give 2 means it will divide 2 lakhs 2 lakhs. If I give 4 means it will divide it into 1 lakh each. So this is one destination, gift expenses plus Hyderabad. The second destination I'll give here. I'll click on new and I'll give the second destination as same gift expenses plus Bangalore location. Click new, same gift expenses and Chennai location. Click new, same gift expenses plus Mumbai location here. So I'll save this. So I gave 4 destinations. Clear how I gave these destinations? I gave main account plus dimension value. So main account, gift expenses account only, and Hyderabad location value. I'm tagging it additionally. So I'll explain this concept again. So the step that we have to create is to go to general ledger, allocations, create a ledger allocation rule. Under allocations, we have this concept called ledger allocation rules. I'll go into ledger allocation rules. Actually, I'll click on F and it will create a rule and I'll give a description. I'll enter the description here. Then I'll make this rule active. Once after making it active, I'll go to general here. In general, this part is all automatically the same from the overview part. Whatever we have, the 5 fields is available here as 5 fields. So nothing to change in here. Then I can see this one. allocation method, I can select one of the allocation methods. Since I want to do it on the use equally method, I'm selecting equally method. Journal name has to be selected. Allocation journal is selected. Then I have to select the source and destination. Source is the actual account which we have to divide. Destination is to which account and dimension value we have to transfer or allocate the balances is the destination. So under source, I gave this main account as gift expense account, which we have previously used for posting the journal entry. 4 lakhs amount we have debited. Coming to destination, I have given 4 destinations. So I am clicked on if. Since this is equally method, we don't get any numbers to be given here. So it automatically divides it equally. So I gave 4 destinations. Selected gift expense account plus Hyderabad location, gift expense account plus Bangalore, gift expense account plus Chennai location, gift expense account plus Mumbai location. Okay. So I have selected 4 destinations. So this is the most important part in allocations. So is it clear enough how to create a ledger allocation rule?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the ledger allocation rule. So give me 5 more minutes. We'll finish this one process. So tomorrow we'll discuss other 2. So we will again repeatedly do this. Don't worry. This is one of the most toughest concept actually. When we are listening to it, it will look tough. But once you practice it once or twice, you will feel it really easy. So I saved it, so it will automatically get saved. So one ledger allocation rule is created. So after that, we have 2 more steps to do: process allocation request and ledger allocation journals. So we have created ledger allocation rule right now. We will use this rule to allocate the balances. The same rule that we have created, we will use to allocate the balances. So our agenda is to allocate the balances in this manner or equally. So we have used equally method, right? So it will divide it into 1 lakh each account. So for every location, it will divide it as 1 lakh if you use equally method. So that is our agenda. So for that, I have to go here to process allocation request, the second step. Here, I'll click on process allocation request. So in process allocation request, I have to select the rule to which I have to run. So under rules, I have this one, gift expenses. We only created one rule, right, until now. So I select that one rule, gift expenses allocation equally. Okay. So run as of which date, today's date. So this menu part we will discuss tomorrow actually, don't worry. So I'm running it as of today's date. So today I got to know that it is being divided, or the gift expenses are equally taken by each location. So I'm dividing the same accounting part equally now. So I select as of date as today, and here source is process only, 0 source. Proposal options here, proposal only or post only. If I select proposal only means it will just create the journal and we can review and post it. If I select post only means it will automatically post the allocation journal. The allocation entries will be posted automatically. We don't have a chance to review it. So that is why I'm using only proposal for now, such that I can review it and later I can post it. Okay, I'm using this option proposal only. So I selected this rule here, which we have created as of today's date, and GL posting date is also I'm giving today's date. Remaining everything I'm not touching enough. I'll explain tomorrow once again, no problem. So I'm selecting this rule, selecting the dates as of today's date, and selecting the proposal options. This option as proposal only. Okay, means it will be saved in draft. I can review and post it. If I select post only means it will automatically get posted, or it will directly post it. I don't have any other option to review or change anything in that. Okay, so proposal only. Then I'll click OK here. So if I click OK, I got a message, operation completed, and message on screen. It is saying operation completed. So in order to check the journal that is created, the allocation journal that is created, which have allocated the balances, we have to go to the third step here, allocation journals. You can see once running the request, we have to go to the allocation journals. So if I go to allocation journals, I can see an allocation journal is created. So this is just created. Once after we run the process allocation request, it is created. See the lines. I'll go into lines here. So see the lines. And let me know if you have any confusion in the lines. Can somebody explain this? Anyone? Sairam, Sushila,
Gift expenses
Bala.
for
4
all
lakhs.
the locations have, with the all locations have debited, and the gift expense account have credited. Where we have given the source as a gift expense account as a source.
That's good. Good understanding. So initially we have posted an entry where we have debited the gift expense account and credited the cash account. The same gift expense account is being credited here or reversed, which means the accounting impacts for gift expenses is nullified or made to zero according to this one. So now latest gift expense plus education combination keeper. So in the same way, here you can see, right, this account is debited. Here what is happening is the same gift expenses account is credited for 4 lakhs. So this one and this one gets cancelled. Okay, both the effect will become 0. Now the actual entry will remain as, so this will be cancelled, right? So I'll give this a red mark. This will also be cancelled. I'll give this a red mark. So now the remaining entry is gift expenses plus locations 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, total of 4 lakhs will be debited and cash account will be credited. So this will be the final entry or the actual remained entry. So this gift expenses where we have debited it got created automatically here in this. So if I run proposal only means I can see it here. I can edit it or make any changes or review it before, and then I can post it. If I post means it would have posted already by this time. I can the same entry will be posted, but I just want to show you before by running it proposal. So it is divided the balances according to our expectations. See here, for each account plus location combination is and the one that we have previously used is being credited or reversed. So this is what an allocation rule does, or running an allocation rule does. Clear, guys? This part result, understanding the result is important because we have done everything to come to this point of results. Bala, Sairam Shankar, Saideep.
Yes.
Saideep, you there?
Yes, yes, JP.
అర్థమైందా?
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
Hello. Okay, Naveen. Who else we have in the class? Vamshi, Suresh. Suresh is not there, I think.
Yes, Jay.
Okay. So this is what our agenda is to use to allocate the balances between the financial dimension values in here in this example. So we have used equally method, so it have divided between the dimension values equally. The 4 lakhs is divided equally between the 4 locations as 1 lakh each. So now I will validate the same and I'll post it. So once post it, then only click will happen, right? So until and unless I post it, nothing will happen. So I'll post it now. So this is of, we can use the allocations. Actually, the third step is process allocation request. Fourth step is allocation journal. So here you can see this one, the posted allocation journal. You can see the voucher number is taken from the allocation journal name that we have created. So there we have given the unique number sequence, right? From there to the voucher number 1. Okay. So in the same manner, tomorrow we will see the how we can divide the balances or allocate the balance using fixed percentage method, fixed weight method, and if time permits, we can also discuss about basis method. We'll discuss this slowly because this is really important concept. So you have to understand this one. So since I have finished it because we completed our time today, but tomorrow again we'll discuss again all the same steps for different methods as well. Don't worry, all the 4 methods we will again discuss. We don't have to create journal again. One journal is enough, but we'll discuss these 3 steps again. We'll create again another allocation rule for another method. So another process allocation request we will run tomorrow for the another rule that we create, and we will also post another allocation journal. Okay. So guys, practice it on daily basis. Whatever we discussed today, practice it today or tomorrow morning. And by the time we come to the next class, so that you will have good idea about what we have discussed, and you can bring up some doubts. Okay. Then anything else, guys? If there isn't anything, we can